On a rain-slicked highway, car tires hiss against the asphalt, neon lights blurring in the stormy night. A car door swings open, revealing a small, frightened golden retriever mix. The dog is shoved out onto the shoulder, abandoned to the elements. Tail lights disappear into the stormy night, leaving the dog shivering and alone. The small dog cowers on the roadside, a lonely silhouette against the relentless downpour. Weeks later, Guide cowers in a dark alleyway, his frame now scrawny, eyes darting with constant wariness. The alley looms, a claustrophobic space where shadows dance with unseen threats. Footsteps echo nearby, each step a hammer blow against Guide's fragile composure. A jolt of pure fear courses through him, tightening his muscles, sharpening his senses. He flinches instinctively, bracing for the inevitable impact of a looming threat. Guide curls in on himself, an image of vulnerability in the harsh, unforgiving alley. In a dim alleyway, the rhythmic tap of a cane echoes against the worn pavement. Elias, an elderly man with dark glasses, stumbles uncertainly into the narrow passage. Lost in his clouded vision, Elias veers slightly off course, his cane leading him astray. A sudden, jarring collision as Elias unexpectedly bumps into Guide, disrupting the alley's silence. In the dimly lit alleyway, Elias kneels, his outstretched hand trembling, a silent offering in the grimy shadows. Guide, a wary stray dog, cautiously approaches, his eyes reflecting a mix of fear and curiosity. The dog's nose twitches as he sniffs Elias's hand, testing the waters of trust in this desolate place. A surprising scent of old books and peppermint wafts through the air, an unexpected comfort. The dog pauses, drawn in by the unusual aroma, a brief respite from the harsh reality of the street. In a dim alleyway, Elias kneels, his expression softening as he gently strokes the head of a stray dog. His touch is tender, conveying a silent promise of care and understanding. With kind eyes, Elias speaks softly, his words a soothing balm in the stark surroundings. "Hello there, friend. You look like you need a home," Elias says, his voice filled with genuine warmth. Elias's apartment is a haven of cluttered comfort, the scent of old books mingling with pipe tobacco, creating an atmosphere of quiet refuge. Guide lies peacefully on a worn rug, his tail thumping a gentle rhythm against the floorboards, a subtle sign of contentment. The soft glow of the fireplace casts dancing shadows, enveloping the room in a sense of warmth and security. For the first time in weeks, a feeling of safety settles in, a welcome embrace in Elias's cozy sanctuary. Sunlight warms Elias as he sits in his worn armchair, fingers dancing across the Braille book. His gentle, soothing voice fills the room as he reads aloud. Guide, the golden retriever, lies faithfully at Elias's feet, head resting. Guide listens intently, tail thumping softly, understanding the love in Elias's voice. A peaceful moment shared, the bond between man and dog palpable in the sun-drenched room. Sunlight dapples through the trees as Elias and Guide stroll through the vibrant park. Guide's focus tightens as he navigates Elias around a glistening puddle. His senses are amplified, carefully charting their course. Each step is a testament to their symbiotic trust. The park bustles with life, sounds amplified. The Guide is Elias's world. In the warm glow of his apartment, Elias meticulously prepares a humble meal of soup and bread. With gentle care, Elias slices a piece of bread, the act imbued with unspoken kindness. Elias extends the offering to Guide, a silent invitation of companionship. Guide gratefully accepts the bread, his tail a blur of joyous appreciation. The simple act of sharing food deepens the bond between man and dog. The scene glows with mutual affection and quiet understanding. A rapid montage begins, flashing vibrant snippets of Elias and Guide's shared life. Laughter echoes as they navigate bustling markets, their eyes sparkling with shared joy. Quiet evenings unfold under starlit skies, their silhouettes merging in peaceful harmony. Each fleeting scene etches deeper lines of affection and unspoken understanding. Their bond deepens with each passing day, a voice whispers, binding the moments. 5 years compress into a tapestry of shared dreams and inseparable companionship. Elias, frail in his armchair, struggles for breath in the dim light of his apartment. His face, etched with exhaustion, tells a silent story of weariness and fading strength. Guide, sensing Elias's distress, stays close, a loyal guardian at his feet. A palpable tension hangs in the air, a silent witness to Elias's weakening state. Sunlight streams into Elias's apartment, revealing dust motes dancing in the air, a stark contrast to the strained atmosphere. 2 middle-aged figures, Elias's estranged children, stand stiffly, their expressions unreadable. Their eyes scan the room, lingering on worn furniture and faded photographs, each glance laced with disdain. A social worker observes them, a silent witness to the palpable tension filling the space. The apartment, filled with memories, now feels like a battleground of unspoken resentments and indifference. Their dismissive demeanor speaks volumes, hinting at a long history of fractured relationships and emotional distance. Sunlight illuminates Elias's cluttered apartment, where he sits hunched in his worn armchair, listening intently. A kind-faced social worker stands opposite him, a file in her hands, concern etched on her face. Elias, your children are very concerned. They feel it's no longer safe for you to live here alone. They've arranged for you to move to Autumn Serene. It's a lovely old-age home, she says softly. Inside Elias's apartment, a palpable sense of heartbreak hangs heavy in the air. Elias clutches Guide tightly, his knuckles white with suppressed emotion. His gaze is intense, filled with a desperate plea. What about him? The question lingers, unanswered, in the stark light of the apartment. Sunlight illuminates Elias's modest apartment as dust motes float in the air. A social worker stands opposite Elias, concern etched on her face. Guide, a golden retriever, sits patiently, tail thumping softly. I'm so sorry, Elias. It's non-negotiable, the social worker says with regret. The social worker's words hang heavy. Guide won't be able to come with you. The piercing wail of an ambulance shatters the daytime calm as it arrives outside Elias's apartment. Lights flash, painting the street in urgent hues of red and blue, reflecting the chaos of the moment. Paramedics carefully assist Elias, their faces etched with concern, guiding him towards the open ambulance doors. Elias disappears into the vehicle, a silent passenger in a vessel of hope and fear, leaving behind a lingering tension. Chaos erupts on the street as Elias is forcibly taken away. Guide watches, his eyes wide with confusion and growing distress. A frantic bark tears from Guide's throat as he strains to follow Elias. Desperation fuels Guide's every move, a loyal heartbreaking. Sirens wail as the ambulance races away. A crowd gathers, their faces etched with concern. Guide bursts through the throng, desperation in his eyes. He sprints after the ambulance, a man possessed. His breath comes in ragged gasps, lungs burning. Each stride is fueled by a desperate hope. An ambulance arrives at the entrance of Autumn Serene, its flashing lights cutting through the serene daylight. The gated old-age home looms, its architecture sterile and unwelcoming. The building's facade exudes a coldness that contrasts with the vibrant colors of the surrounding autumn foliage. The ambulance doors swing open, revealing the urgency within the seemingly tranquil setting. The sterile environment hints at hidden stories and unspoken anxieties within Autumn Serene. At the towering iron gates of Autumn Serene, the guide arrives, his anticipation palpable in the crisp autumn air. He circles, a whirlwind of fur and suppressed excitement. A plaintive whine escapes him, a sound lost in the rustling leaves. Paws meet cold iron as he attempts to breach the barrier. His eager eyes scan the gates, searching for an opening. Frustration mounts as Autumn Serene remains just beyond his reach. Beneath the serene gates, autumn leaves swirl, A stern security guard approaches. His face is set in disapproval. He strides purposefully. The guard confronts Guide. "Get away from here, mutt." The guard barks. The heavy metal gates clang shut, the sound echoing through the serene autumnal landscape. Guide stands alone, silhouetted against the cold, unyielding metal. Abandoned again, yet a new fire sparks within his eyes. A flicker of resolve ignites, chasing away the shadows of the past. Determination hardens his features. This time, he has a purpose. Under the cloak of night, Guide burrows into the bushes across from Autumn Serene, creating a hidden den. He digs with feverish intensity, his hands moving swiftly through the damp earth and fallen leaves. Curled tightly against the cold, Guide shivers, his eyes reflecting a fierce determination despite his solitude. Alone in his makeshift shelter, he prepares to wait, a silent guardian amidst the autumn chill. Guide stands outside Autumn Serene, his gaze intense as he searches the windows. His eyes fixate on the second floor, a silent vigil. A tense anticipation hangs in the air as he seeks any sign of Elias. Each window becomes a potential portal, a mystery waiting to unfold. The autumn setting adds a poignant backdrop to his determined watch. He is a sentinel, guarding secrets hidden within those walls. Elias, frail in his wheelchair, sits by the window, a silhouette against the bright daylight. His gaze drifts, lost in contemplation as he observes the world outside. A subtle shift occurs. Something stirs within him, a flicker of recognition. His eyes, though weary, begin to gleam with renewed vigor, a spark igniting. A faint smile graces his lips as a familiar presence makes itself known. The clock strikes 7 on a crisp autumn morning. Serene gates stand silent, bathed in the soft light of dawn. Guide trots purposefully toward the imposing gate. A moment of quiet anticipation hangs in the air. Suddenly, 3 sharp barks break the morning stillness. The sound echoes through the serene autumn landscape. Faint morning light paints Elias's room as he lies in bed, a peaceful stillness enveloping him. The distinct sound of Guide's barks pierces the silence, drawing Elias from his slumber. A slow, genuine smile spreads across Elias's face, chasing away the shadows of loneliness. Hope blossoms in his heart as he whispers, "I know I haven't been forgotten." A rapid montage begins, showcasing the start of Guide's structured day. Guide meticulously prepares a simple breakfast, each movement precise. He meditates, eyes closed, finding stillness amidst the city's hum. Guide studies ancient texts, absorbing knowledge with intense focus. He practices martial arts, a dance of strength and control in his movements. The montage concludes, revealing a figure of discipline and purpose. Beneath the serene gates, an autumn day unfolds, with leaves painting the scene in hues of gold and amber. The security guard observes Guide with a blend of amusement and veiled sympathy, his expression unreadable. In a gesture of casual compassion, he tosses Guide a biscuit, the simple act speaking volumes. Guide catches the biscuit, his eyes reflecting a flicker of gratitude amidst the autumn's gentle indifference. Under the crisp Tuesday morning, the Autumn Serene gates stand in quiet anticipation as dawn breaks. The clock strikes 7, a precise moment in the tranquil morning. A lone Guide trots purposefully toward the imposing gates. With a burst of energy, Guide lets out 3 sharp, clear barks. The sound echoes in the stillness, signaling the start of a new day at the serene gates. Elias's room is still and silent on a Tuesday morning. The light barely kisses the edges of the furniture. An undisturbed stillness hangs in the air, heavy with unspoken words. Elias did not smile, his face serene, untouched by the worries of the world. He passed away peacefully during the night. A profound rest has taken him. The room holds its breath, preserving the quiet dignity of his final moments. At the Autumn Serene gates, the Guide waits, his eyes fixed on the ancient barrier. He anticipates a familiar signal, a subtle acknowledgement from within the imposing structure. Silence hangs heavy in the air, an unusual stillness that unsettles his seasoned senses. The gates stand unyielding, their stoic presence deepening the mystery of the morning. A palpable tension fills the space as the guide confronts the unexpected void. Under the crisp Wednesday morning, Guide returns to the autumn serene gates, his figure resolute against the backdrop of fall. Morning after morning, he persists, his dedication unwavering as he honors his unspoken vow. The gates stand silent, witnesses to his steadfast ritual, framed by the changing leaves. Undeterred by the passage of time, Guide continues his vigil, a solitary figure in the serene autumn landscape. Sunlight floods Elias's room, casting a gentle glow on the emptying space. Staff members move with cold precision, their actions betraying a practiced routine. Elias's belongings are gathered, each item a silent testament to a life being packed away. Guide remains oblivious, lost in his own world, unaware of the quiet upheaval around him. At the serene gates, a loyal dog, Guide, begins his morning vigil as the first light kisses the autumn leaves. Precisely at 7 a.m., Guide's barks pierce the crisp air, each one a call to his missing companion. His unwavering gaze scans the tranquil surroundings, searching for a familiar face in the golden hues. The guide believes Elias is merely resting nearby, unseen yet ever present in spirit. Each bark echoes with hope and longing, a testament to Guide's enduring loyalty. The gates stand silent, save for Guide's persistent calls, a poignant scene of devotion in the autumn air. Autumn's serene gates, now gripped by winter's harsh hand, stand stark against the night. 6 months after Elias's passing, the season's chill intensifies the lingering grief. The familiar warmth of the old security guard is gone, replaced by a younger, unknown face. The gates, once a symbol of peace, now reflect the cold, unyielding reality of loss. Winter's touch deepens the shadows, obscuring the gentle memories of warmer days. Winter's grip tightens around the serene gates, a biting wind whispering through the barren trees. Guide, aged and weary, huddles near the gates, his muzzle now dusted with gray. Arthritis stiffens his joints, each movement a testament to years etched in his bones. Driven by hunger, he seeks the faintest warmth radiating from the cold, unyielding metal. His eyes, once bright with youthful energy, now reflect the somber solitude of the night. Curled tight, he dreams of warmer days, a silent sentinel against the encroaching cold. Under the cold, starlit sky, the serene gates stand silent against the winter night. Autumn leaves, now frosted with winter's touch, scatter around the closed gates. Guide, a small figure against the vast night, lets out a soft whimper. He then barks, a hopeful sound in the still air, pleading to be let in from the cold. The window above remains dark and closed, Elias seemingly unaware of Guide's plea. The gates loom, indifferent to Guide's cold, lonely vigil. Winter's chill seeps into the isolated security booth, where a bored guard slouches, his face etched with annoyance. The guard shifts restlessly, a picture of utter disinterest in his monotonous duty. Silence blankets the booth, amplifying the guard's growing irritation. Suddenly, a sharp, insistent bark pierces the stillness, breaking the guard's stupor. Guide's bark echoes through the night, a stark contrast to the guard's weary indifference. The sound hangs in the air, a prelude to an unknown disturbance. Under the silent, watchful gates, a new guard's frustration erupts, shattering the serene winter night. His anger propels him forward, a sudden storm unleashed in the tranquil, autumn-tinged setting. He bursts from the gate, a figure consumed by sudden rage. The guard brandishes a heavy flashlight, its beam cutting through the darkness like a vengeful sword. Each step echoes with his fury, a stark contrast to the peaceful surroundings. The gates stand silent witnesses as the guard's outburst shatters the winter night's calm. Icy winds howl through the autumn serene gates, a desolate expanse where snowflakes dance around the towering structure. A solitary lantern casts an eerie glow, its light painting long, dancing shadows that stretch and writhe in the night. The wind intensifies, swirling snow into frenzied patterns around the gates, a visual maelstrom. A Gord stands silhouetted against the dim light, his face a mask of cold and hardened resolve, his eyes narrow, fixing a piercing gaze upon the Guide, a figure shrouded in shadow and mystery. The guard barks, his voice rough and unforgiving. "Shut up, you mangy pest." Under the frigid night, the autumn serene gates stand silent as winter's grip tightens. A sudden, brutal strike. The guard's flashlight slams into Guide's ribs. Guide recoils in pain, the force of the blow echoing in the frozen air. The guard's face is impassive, a stark silhouette against the dim, distant lights. Under the serene gates, the scene is set in the dead of winter night. Snow blankets the ground, a stark contrast to the dark sky. A sudden, sharp yelp pierces the cold night air. The sound is filled with pure betrayal, echoing in the stillness. A figure collapses, falling heavily into the snow-covered ground. The serene gates stand silent witness to the betrayal and fall. Under a cold, starlit sky, a guard's cruel gesture sends dirt and dust swirling around Guide at the serene gates. The heavy wooden gate groans ominously, a barrier sealing Guide's fate against the encroaching winter night. The metallic click of the lock echoes, a harsh sound that seals the gates and emphasizes Guide's isolation. Frigid air bites as Guide watches, the towering gates now a symbol of rejection and despair. The dust settles, leaving Guide alone in the desolate expanse before the unyielding autumn serene gates. Beneath the serene gates, Guide lies in the slush, the winter night air biting at his exposed skin. His breath mists in the frigid air, each exhale a painful reminder of his weakening state. The freezing cold intensifies the blinding pain that racks his body. A silent scream etched on his face. Darkness creeps in at the edges of his vision as the gates loom above, indifferent to his suffering. Soft lamplight bathes Elias's apartment as he kneels, a beacon of gentle care in the night. Guide's injured paw rests delicately in Elias's hand, a silent testament to their bond. Elias wraps the bandage with deliberate, tender motions, each movement filled with affection. His brow furrows in concentration as he ensures the bandage is snug but not too tight. There, old friend. All better now, Elias murmurs, his voice a soothing balm in the quiet room. A biting wind howls through the desolate autumn serene gates, where snow falls in thick, silent flakes. Ancient stones vanish under a blanket of white, the world muted and still in the heart of winter. In the protagonist's mind, a singular solution emerges from the cold. Elias. A memory flickers a beacon of warmth as the protagonist recalls. Whenever I was hurt or scared before, Elias would come. Under a winter night, the autumn serene gates stand in silent darkness, a stark contrast to the season's warmth. Guide slowly turns his head, an almost imperceptible movement that speaks volumes. His gaze is drawn to a dark window on the second floor, an unseen presence capturing his complete focus. The indifference to his injury is palpable. His attention is solely on the gate, a silent sentinel. The gate looms, a barrier between worlds, holding secrets under the cold, watchful eyes of the night. Under the serene gates, winter's night descends. The biting cold, a stark reminder of the season's harsh embrace. Snow dusts the ground, mirroring the city's faint glow as he stands solitary against the frigid backdrop. His breath mists in the air, each exhale a fleeting testament to the warmth he seeks. He waits, a silhouette against the winter night, for the promise of solace to approach. Anticipation hangs heavy as he strains to hear the tap, tap, tap of the cane, a beacon in the cold. He yearns for the warm hand, a gentle touch to cut through the biting cold and offer respite. Under a winter night, Snow falls, a heavy curtain blurring the world into shades of white and black. The relentless snow begins to accumulate, each flake a silent messenger of the encroaching cold. The dark wood of the serene gates stands stark against the ever-deepening snow. A figure slowly succumbs to the elements, becoming buried beneath this silent, white shroud. The scene transforms into a serene yet haunting tableau of winter's unforgiving beauty. The gates stand as silent witnesses to the quiet drama unfolding in the heart of the storm. Inside the stark security booth, the guard watches the monitors, his face betraying no emotion. The screens flicker with images of the facility. Outside, the winter night deepens, cold and unforgiving. The guard remains impassive, lost in the glow of the monitors. His indifference heightens the sense of isolation. Each passing moment amplifies the tension. The autumn serene gate stands stark against the winter night. A heavy gate, unyielding, remains firmly locked. Darkness shrouds the window, impenetrable and silent. The scene is bathed in the cold, unforgiving light of winter. An air of mystery hangs heavy around the darkened gate. The gates stand as a silent barrier in the stillness. Under a cold winter sky, the gates stand silent, their autumn serenity now edged with frost. Vision blurs, darkness creeps at the edges, yet Guide remains, a steadfast sentinel in the night. His fading gaze is fixed, unwavering, on the distant door, a silent vigil maintained until the last. The serene gates fade into darkness as Guide watches the door. Under the silent, snowy sky of autumn serene gates, the night air is crisp and still. A blanket of fresh snow covers the ground, untouched and pristine in the darkness. A faint thump echoes softly, a tale's last gentle beat against the frozen earth. The silence returns, deeper and more profound, under the winter night. Against the snow-dusted gates, a solitary guide stands, a silhouette against the fading winter light. The wind howls a mournful song, its icy fingers whipping at his worn cloak, a symphony of sorrow in the night. He shivers, a tremor that speaks of more than just the biting cold. His gaze, heavy with unspoken burdens, is fixed on the path ahead, a dark and foreboding passage. The encroaching darkness threatens to swallow the path whole, a visual metaphor for the guide's inner turmoil. A sense of foreboding hangs heavy in the air, as if the very stones of the gates whisper warnings of the journey ahead. In Elias's bright apartment, a flashback unfolds. The younger Elias teases Guide with a treat. Guide's tail wags furiously, his eyes glued to the tempting prize above him. Elias grins, challenging his eager companion. "Speak." Guide responds with a happy bark, his playful energy filling the room. A moment of pure joy and connection between man and dog shines brightly. The treat is given, solidifying their bond with love and laughter. In a sun-drenched park, young Elias throws a bright red ball high into the clear blue sky. Guide, a golden retriever, leaps into action, his fur gleaming in the sunlight as he chases after the ball. With boundless energy, Guide races across the green grass, his tail wagging furiously. He snatches the ball mid-air, a picture of canine joy and agility. Triumphantly, Guide bounds back towards Elias, the ball held gently in his mouth. Elias kneels, accepting the ball with a wide, loving smile as Guide showers him with affection. In the dim light, Elias lies ill in bed, his face pale against the dark sheets. Guide sits beside Elias, a beacon of calm in the dimly lit apartment, offering silent support. The room is heavy with unspoken worries, the air thick with a sense of foreboding. A tender moment shared in the quiet of the night, a promise of unwavering companionship. A sun-drenched highway shimmers, the black asphalt stretching endlessly. A car speeds away, a fleeting metallic blur against the stark horizon. Dust swirls in its wake, a transient cloud obscuring what's left behind. Guide stands alone, a solitary figure dwarfed by the vast expanse. The image blurs, a fading memory etched, in the harsh daylight. Only the desolate highway remains, a silent witness to abandonment. Sunlight streams through the window of Elias's empty room, untouched and silent. A lone nurse walks past, her footsteps echoing softly in the quiet hall. A visible sadness hangs about her as she glances at the empty doorway. The air is still, filled with the scent of autumn leaves and unspoken memories. A lingering sense of loss permeates the otherwise serene autumn day. Dawn breaks, casting a frigid light across the snow-laden ground. The serene gate stands silent, framed by the stark beauty of a winter morning. A chilling discovery. Guide's unmoving form lies near the gate, a stark contrast to the peaceful setting. The rising sun glints coldly on the snow, illuminating a scene of quiet tragedy. At serene gates, the vibrant autumn leaves contrast sharply with the grim scene unfolding. Guide lies still on the ground, an unnerving silence replacing the usual sound. A groundskeeper kneels beside the body, his weathered face etched with sorrow. The groundskeeper gently shakes his head, a gesture of mourning and disbelief. The colorful gate stands silently, now witnesses to a tragedy within their peaceful confines. The serene landscape is now tainted with loss. Under the serene autumn sky, the groundskeeper's shadow stretches long as he kneels by Guide. With solemn care, he gently lifts Guide's lifeless form, a silent promise in his eyes. The groundskeeper carries Guide away, his footsteps soft on the fallen leaves. A poignant silhouette against the autumn gates, bearing a heavy burden of sorrow and respect. Sunlight filters through the trees, illuminating a quaint park sign. The words, "Guide Spot," are etched into the weathered wood. Close up on the hand-carved sign, the craftsmanship evident in every detail. The sign stands as a silent marker, hinting at stories and journeys yet to unfold. A sense of anticipation hangs in the air, promising discovery and adventure. The inscription seems to beckon, inviting travelers to seek guidance and wisdom. The Guide Spot sign stands as a beacon of hope and direction in the heart of the park. Sunlight dapples through the leaves, illuminating a vast, breathtaking park. Echoes of laughter seem to linger in the air, whispers of joyful memories. This park, once a sanctuary for shared dreams, now stands in quiet reflection. Elias and Guide's happy memories infuse every corner, every tree, every path. The camera sweeps across the serene landscape, capturing moments of past joy. A place where countless memories were made, now bathed in nostalgic light. Elias reclines in his armchair, bathed in the soft daylight of memory. A wide, genuine smile lights up his face, radiating warmth and joy. He turns, meeting the viewer's gaze directly. A glint of amusement dances in his eyes, hinting at shared secrets. The room is filled with the quiet contentment of a life well lived. Sunlight paints dust motes in Elias's small, cozy apartment, each ray a stark reminder of happier times. Elias sits in his worn armchair, his eyes lost in a distant sorrow that time has failed to soften. The scent of dog biscuits lingers, a bittersweet fragrance of companionship now painfully absent. "He was more than just a dog," Elias whispers, his voice thick with grief and remembrance. "He was my eyes, my ears, my best friend," Elias confesses, his words echoing in the sunlit room. The towering gates of Autumn Serene loom, stark against the daylight, a monument to isolation. Each detail of the gates speak of loss, etched in every stone and shadow. The gates stand as a silent barrier. The name, Autumn Serene, whispers of a peace that is forever out of reach. The gates are a symbol of a world forever changed. A serene gate stands under an autumn sky, the aged wood whispering tales of seasons past. High above, a single snowflake breaks free from the heavens. The lone snowflake descends, a delicate dance against the backdrop of fading leaves. It alights on the weathered surface of the gate, a fleeting visitor. The snowflake melts, its brief existence a poignant reminder of time's relentless flow. The camera pulls back, revealing the tranquil, autumn-serene gates, framed by the vibrant colors of fall. Golden leaves swirl gently, mirroring the poignant beauty of the scene. A world bathed in sunlight. A vast landscape unfolds, emphasizing the immense scope of Guide's sacrifice. The gates stand silent, guardians of a serene world now forever changed. Sunlight filters through the autumn leaves, casting long shadows that stretch across the serene landscape. The camera lingers, allowing the audience to fully absorb the weight of Guide's actions and the beauty of the world saved. Golden leaves swirl around the serene gates, a symphony of autumn hues painting the scene. The wind whispers secrets through the ancient trees, carrying with it the faintest echo of Guide's bark. Sunlight filters through the branches, casting long, dancing shadows that stretch across the path. An empty gate stands silent, awaiting its next visitor amidst the vibrant fall foliage. Nature's beauty abounds. The air is crisp with the scent of fallen leaves and distant wood smoke. The landscape breathes with tranquility, a peaceful haven under the autumn sky. In the dim, ethereal light, Elias's spectral form shimmers gently, a ghostly echo in his own room. His eyes, deep pools of gratitude and sorrow, are locked on Guide. A profound connection is visible between them, a silent understanding woven through years of companionship. Elias's voice, barely a whisper, carries across the room. "You waited for me, my friend." The weight of his words hangs in the air, a testament to loyalty beyond life itself. Guide stands silently, his presence a comforting anchor in Elias's spectral journey. Under the serene autumn night, Elias and Guide walk side by side. The soft rustle of leaves underfoot accompanies their silent journey. A gentle light beckons them forward, promising solace or revelation. Their figures are silhouetted against the glowing horizon. Each step brings them closer to the illuminated gates. Golden leaves whisper secrets on the wind, swirling around ancient stone steps. A spectral presence lingers near the gates, a faint glow amidst the encroaching darkness. The gates stand tall against the night sky, their silhouettes etched in stark beauty. A rustling sound echoes through the serene gates, carrying a ghostly message. They are together, they are free. A narration whispers on the wind. Silence descends as the screen begins its slow fade. The last vestiges of light surrender to the encroaching darkness. A profound, absolute blackness envelops the scene. The gates vanish, swallowed by the void. Autumn's serenity fades into an infinite night. Only emptiness remains, a canvas for the unknown.